bro.
Oh.
Keep on.
Da
keep on.
kreischt das Schweinchen.
So, did you see what we just did?
Spot on the map is called Cope's Tunnel. It's
Oh.
one of a couple of places in town where like
What?
What did we just do?
stuff happens.
We just bought a map.
I'll tell you a story.
Oh, okay.
But, don't go spreading it around. The spirits, they don't like publicity. Back when this place was a lumber kingdom, you know, the rockin' 80s, that tunnel was the main connection from the lumber yard to this town. Every day, huge trailers would like come in and out. Lots of traffic, dude. Of course, some people were like all up in arms. Save our nature, stop pollution, you know. Big business was pushing in here from all over the US of A. Everyone was bickering over the forest. So some of the town people got even more worked up, you know? They started a protest inside the tunnel itself. I guess maybe that was the start of all the bad times.
Bad times.
Oh yeah, man. Rough stuff and heavy times, man. The conservationists and the lumber workers faced off with each other. Neither side was backing down, and that made things worse. Amid all this chaos, there was a man and a woman who got engaged. Problem was that the man was a lumberjack, and the woman, she was a tree hugger. They rarely ever fought, but then, one morning, they had a lover's quarrel. People think that her love of nature clashed with his profession. But we'll never know what they really were fighting about that morning. The man shouted, he called her an idiot, and then he stormed out and went to work. If only he had known, that would be the last word he would ever say to her. When he finished his work for the day, he got in his car and drove home. When he got to the tunnel, he saw lantern lights glowing faintly. Those fools, not again. He just thought they were protesting in the tunnel again. And to scare them a little, he decided to speed up. He probably thought they'd all scatter so he wouldn't hit them. But the lights didn't move. In fact, one came toward him. A second later, there was a thud, and the lantern flew up into the air. He slammed on his brakes, too late, of course. Then, totally freaked, climbed out to see what had happened. I don't need to tell you who he hit, do I? What's more, in her mangled hand, there was a letter to the head of the lumber mill. A peaceful settlement offer. The woman had no other relatives other than the man. And the lumber mill took no responsibility for the accident. It was going out of business anyways.
What happened to the man then?
No one saw him again. Some say he killed himself, or simply just vanished. You know, he might still be in the tunnel, weeping over his lost love. So now, some folks say there's a ghost of a young man that haunts the tunnel. I told you it was called Cope's Tunnel, right? Well, check this out. Some people call it Corpse Tunnel now. You better be careful, Mr. FBI.
Such a
If you
bad
go down
wordplay.
by
Yeah,
yourself.
that's like creepypasta, isn't it?
Totally weird. That's like the worst urban legend story I ever heard.
Yeah, it's like a... Yeah.
Good times gone bad for a tree hugger and a lumberjack. Oh man.
Yeah.
So we are going exactly there, and what this map enables us to do is to enter this place
Put some
and have some fun with the ghosts.
in the corpse tunnel.
In the corpse tunnel, exactly. I don't know how I edited this, but yeah, as you can see, I did make it a shorter drive than it actually was. Fortunately. And there we are.
Awesome.
Already.
Like a race? No. Oh, it's cutscene.
Honestly, what we are recording tonight, just want to say this, is like 1 and 3/4 of an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you can say in English?
Yeah,
Yes,
probably. Yeah.
It was a recording of 6 hours.
Oh, okay. So
So-
you really cut the crap.
Yeah, I cut all the crap out, and it still seems sometimes like it's so not much happening, but this game has like this. Although I have the fast travel device now, has this talent of letting you do a lot of stuff that you don't want to do to get somewhere and do something, and you know.
Yeah.
Once I was waiting for the right time of day with the rain, which comes later, and I wasted something like 25 minutes.
Really?
Just sleeping and waiting for the time of day and seeing if it rains. Oh no, it doesn't, so you have to wait till another day, and stuff like that's just crazy. Also,
this game must be like horrible to play without a guide, right? I mean, it must be.
well, I don't know. You can just stick to the main story and you're fine, you know.
Okay.
But if you want to do like the 100% run, like I'm doing, it's horrible. Definitely. So I thought I'd pick an appropriate piece of music for the thing that we're doing there, which is slaughtering ghosts of tree huggers and lumberjacks. I don't know how this relates to the story at all. Also,
It's the corpse tunnel. It's all the tree huggers that.
Yeah, but I thought the story was that the
One guy
just
died.
drove over his wife.
Yeah.
Because he thought that they would scramble, which is totally idiotic. You wouldn't drive over like into a large group of people
Because
and
you
hope that
think-
they would jump to the side.
Yeah. Well, maybe the story or the event that happened was so tragic that other ghosts are like attracted to it. So that's why all these ghosts.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But I freaking died like almost 5 times in there because it's really hard, actually.
Oh.
They all come at you and half of them have guns. So you can't just stand there and shoot them because they all shoot at you. You have to go like all over the place and hit them with your guitar because it's way more powerful and like one hits them. But then again, you have to get close to them to do that. Anyways, it is finished. And what we got, I hope you just realized we got a machine, like an automatic machine rifle.
Yeah, you got
with unlimited ammo.
Yeah, and it's kind of I'm like a weapon
aficionado.
Yeah, and it's like an MP5.
Okay.
It's kind of weird because the MP5 is like a German submachine gun.
Oh.
And it's like everywhere in the world it's 9mm, but for the United States, because they're like a larger caliber, Heckler and Koch, they made it especially for like police and special forces. They made a 10mm MP5, and that was the gun you just got.
Okay, so it's this actually the same weapon. It's just different size of caliber.
Yeah.
Just for this, big country, but still just one country.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they have different like cartridges. They have like I think like a 45-inch,
which is
a 10mm. So they don't have the metric system, so they call it different.
What are you reading today?
Okay.
Medical textbook.
This all this stuff is pretty interesting to me. Although I
Really?
do not know anything about guns.
Great if you did.
Maybe that's why I think it's interesting.
And I bet I know more than you.
So feel free to elaborate on
I sure am.
weapons, science, science.
Sounds fun, Fiona.
So we have to take a quiz and it's a pain in the ass.
Answer 3 multiple choice questions correctly in a row.
This is like the first thing where I had to consult the guide.
Okay.
Just try to answer the questions by yourself. Because it's freaking hard, honestly.
Oh yeah, start the quiz.
You want me to start the quiz? Get ready then. Question 1.
Like, one's a disease and the other is encephalitis. Is like a what do you call that?
I thought it was like an inflammation right just now, but I don't know if that's right. One of each is like an inflammation. I don't know.
No, I always thought it was like a brain infection or something. I really have
Okay.
no fucking clue.
So that wasn't an answer.
No,
So
was
maybe-
it?
Yeah, it's like some of these questions you have heard.
Like a
You have
word
heard
on-
some like words once and in a certain
You
context,
want me to
and
start the quiz?
you might be able to guess
Get ready then.
what is the right
Question
answer.
1.
That's something you might know.
That's the interior excluding the nucleus, right? Would be my guess, but it's probably
You're
not.
probably right. I don't know. Yeah, it's right, probably.
Oh, too bad. Was that one too hard for you?
So I didn't
Just didn't get enough sleep, that's all.
keep the whole,
I used to say
quiz
that when I was a
doing wrong in there,
Just
but
let me know if you want
a
me
few
to quiz
questions
you.
that I did wrong,
I'll be
I
right
kept in
here.
there.
Fiona.
Yeah, she's a stereotype also, but then again, she's a pretty free spirit in a way.
You want me to start the quiz?
Yeah,
She's not the typical,
Get ready then.
Yeah.
Question 1.
like what are these called, job wise?
Well, it's both, right? Means yes to having A and B antigens. Because if you have a 0 blood type, you can give blood to A and B.
You can.
Yeah.
So I chose the last one,
Well,
which
maybe
was
I'm wrong.
That
0.
was only the warm-up.
But
Here
that
comes
does not mean
question 2.
that you're not right also, because if you don't have that stuff in there, maybe you can, because of that, give blood to other people, you know?
Because it's anti-gens, right? Maybe
Yeah.
that's because I don't know. I just remember like biology, like. It's like, oh, too bad.
Too hard
I
for
shouldn't have kept that much in there already. It's
Enough
too
sleep,
much.
that's all.
I took like, I don't know, 10-15 minutes quiz time, and then I just decided to consult the guide.
Yeah, that is. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty those kind of things because you get like random questions all the time. It's
Yeah.
kind of stupid. I mean, if you had like the same question order,
Yeah. You could learn by, what do you call it?
yeah, by chance. Like,
Yeah.
you
Now,
just,
time to bring out the big guns. Question 3.
I don't even know what dormant means.
Good that I kept that in there.
I just didn't get enough sleep, that's all.
Oh man.
Start the quiz? Get ready then. Question 1.
What the fuck is the taxonomic kingdom?
I have no fucking clue.
And this really sounds like, to me, you have to be like a medicine major,
Question 2.
I don't
Yeah.
know, in your like second year or something, to be able to answer these.
Correct again. But now, time to bring out the big guns. Question 3.
There is something that I actually heard once, but I couldn't remember by, the life of my mother, if someone asked me.
That
No,
can't
it's
be.
very hard to pronounce, right? It's just like,
Those
you know.
questions were pretty tough.
I'm sorry, Fiona. Was it childish of me to answer them all correctly?
No, but it's childish of you to stand there
But I
smiling
kind
like
of
a
love this
kid.
game because of something like that.
Yeah.
You have all these weird side quests that are so weird,
Yeah.
and they are all kind of different.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very, you get, you don't get bored by the
Studying
same.
anymore.
Yeah, you actually really do not get bored playing this game. That's pretty crazy. If you would have to see everything that I'm playing through without all the editing, you would probably get bored. But if you're playing it yourself, it's pretty entertaining.
Well, you like fish, right? I mean, you eat fish.
I like fish, yeah. I eat a lot of fish. Not like No, I eat fish. Normal amounts of fish.
So you're not like a fish fanatic, but you...
Oh, I really love fish. Yeah.
Carol.
Okay.
I'm kind of not making sense to me, I guess.
What kind of fish do you like the most? Do you have a fish?
Well, if all the fish were so easy to, translate to English.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing.
True.
Just forget it.
We just ate today leftovers from what I ate yesterday, which was Norwegian Wildlachs. What is like lachs?
Salmon is...
Okay,
is
salmon is pretty dandy, for example.
Oh, you like wildlachs, so you ate like, what is it, like smoked or something?
No.
Okay, so it's like a...
It was more or less freshly caught. It was like on the packaging. It said it was caught 3 days ago.
So what?
When I made it yesterday,
I
so
thought I lost it somewhere.
Isaac and Isaiah
and it wasn't frozen,
found it here.
Yeah.
Really?
That's pretty expensive,
Thank
right?
you for finding it.
Well, it was like 300 grams for €4, so
Really?
not
All the way
that
out here
expensive.
almost every day when it's not raining.
Pretty affordable.
Just to look for a photo of someone else.
And
Impressive.
I really like
That what you wanted to
forelle
say? And you're
and
right.
Yeah.
That's me and on it.
kabeljau.
Silly,
No
isn't
fucking
it?
Kabeljau. You don't know the names in English
No.
too. I don't know them all
So who took
either. So. And
It's probably like Pharrell and Cabbage.
Cable Jew. Cable Jew?
Yeah.
That's racist, man.
I
don't know, it's a fish.
I didn't really want
Oops.
one. So she pointed the camera at his
And
head
then,
while I was moving around.
Sorry, I got sidetracked.
And that's what happens when you
Oh, no,
try
that's
to
not a
teach her
problem.
like that. She was always so silly and happy.
Well, but I like
She took
everything
so
you
many pictures.
put in front of me.
She
I
always printed a load of
I
them,
eat,
gave them
like
to
squid
everyone.
and stuff.
Yeah, I love
and
squid,
Just
yeah.
threw them away.
Frutti di mare in general.
Yeah.
So to
Yeah,
speak.
we went to this. I never liked like Greek
You don't make
restaurants
copies of
because
blurry pictures, do you?
most of the
I'm
time
not close.
here in Germany,
couldn't
Greek
throw this
Greek
one away.
restaurants are like fast food, right? You get like cheap pieces
Yeah.
of meat, like for not a lot of money. You get like a fries with it, you know. It's like
Nowhere
Yeah.
really good. But we have
Mom's
this
room.
pretty decent restaurant like around the corner, and we had like lamb for like main dish, which is really nice, like lamb fillet. It was really good. And then as a starter, we had like squid. And normally when you go to a Greek restaurant and you order squid, you get these
I'll give
fried
you this
rings,
as a thank
right?
you
And
for getting my
all the
picture.
rings
Yeah,
look the
that's
same.
something that I would associate with like fast foods, for example.
Yeah, but they had actually
Why would you
they
say
cut up
really
fresh
special?
squid. So you had like the legs and
Yeah.
you know the tube and stuff like that, and like they marinated it with like oil and some other stuff. And it was really nice, really fresh. It was really good. I love
Yeah.
squid. Squid is really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. The fried like little rings and pieces
Yeah,
are kind of lifeless and tasteless.
Yeah.
In comparison to like a good, well cooked dish,
yeah,
like you just explained. Yeah,
yeah,
but it's pretty expensive to get that shit fresh.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know how they are caught actually.
That's actually interesting. I have no clue.
Probably not like harvested in a way, you know, like cultivated, like cultures of squid somewhere,
Yeah,
like they do with fish.
but as squids, do they swim around in swarms?
No, I don't think so. But I don't know. But I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
Also, we're again giving
Huckleberry Finn,
Yeah.
80 plus.
back the quest,
A ghost?
which is something you cannot say in English, like I just did. But I don't care.
I'm sorry to tell you that she wasn't a ghost.
You met her? Who was it?
Do you want to know?
I want to know. I want to know too.
It was Carol in the forest. I think she wanted to meet the goddess too.
Oh, so it was Carol. Oh, Carol and Anna were friends.
Does that clear everything up for
They
you?
move like
Yeah, that clears it up. Thank you. I'm scared.
Old
of
wise
ghosts.
I'm scared of ghosts. I like turtles. They move like elephants in zoos, you know?
Yeah,
which
like
are
in captivity.
psychically damage.
Yeah.
The
I watched this documentary once of like
Eyes are always
small
yeah.
children in India
stuff we lose as we become
who
adults.
were making like souvenirs in the basement. They were like stuck there for like 12 hours. And
And like sweatshops.
yeah.
Oh,
And they were doing the same thing. They were like going back and forth.
look at this! Now we can talk freely because it's fishing and backtracking
Yes.
time. And what I'm doing is just collecting trading cards mostly.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, there were like these small Indian children who were like in sweatshops, and they had the same movement. They were like rocking back and forth all the
Oh,
time
really?
while doing their work. Yeah, it was really horrible.
Oh,
Because they were like 12 hours in the darkness, like in captivity, and then they had to go to sleep. It was like slavery, you know. It's just
that really is extremely horrible.
yeah.
I wouldn't actually have thought that this kind of stuff is like done by humans too if they are in captivity. Well, actually, yeah. Why wouldn't you think you would like rock back and forth? It's
Yeah.
kind of a thing you do when you can't really move and do stuff, you know?
Yeah, it was like a documentary
Well, that's depressing.
a couple of years ago because we have I don't know, the Kölner Dom. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know how you pronounce that. It's like the
You
cathedral.
mean the big cathedral in Cologne,
in
yeah.
Cologne, yeah. And the rocks that are made out of the
Made out of children's bones.
no, they're made from Indian quarries.
Okay.
That's where they imported them from. That's where like they have child labor.
Oh.
And there are like Indian companies who make like fake certificates for European companies to say, okay, these were not made with child labor, but they are made with child labor.
Oh, really?
And they had this camera journalist team going there and checking out actually the companies that were making the cathedral floor.
Okay.
And it was actually made by these children, and that's where they were talking about like working conditions for children in India, and that's why I saw
see.
that. pretty horrible.
Yeah, it's a pretty perverted world
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. We have like really strict laws in Germany against child labor,
Yeah.
but there's happening so much stuff in other countries, and
Yeah.
even in Germany probably in some manner too, but not like comparable to children soldiers or stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's still kind of weird when you like look at like child soldier like documentaries, like, you know, when they fight a war in Africa somewhere, and they walk around with like old German military rifles.
Yeah.
I think it's just like, you know, who sold it there? You know, it's probably the German
that's
government.
a good question.
The German government probably sold it to some, you know, some fake guy from whatever, and he sold
Yeah.
it to some African like warlords. I think that's like
Yeah. You know the movie Lord of War?
yeah.
Yeah, I have to think of that. That's what I think of when you tell a story like that. But yeah, that's not surprising anyone. Like politics, corruption, and money lust, and
Yeah.
you know, not being aware of consequences of stuff you do.
Yeah.
I don't know.